Hello everyone, I'm going to continue today with the 14 signs that you might have a demon according to Pastor Vlad, and I will link his video above. I suggest to anybody out there that's looking for deliverance to actually listen to the full video, because at the end he does do deliverance. It is very possible to do group deliverance sessions, so you might want to check this out. We talked about the 14 signs that you might have a demon. We already mentioned about how demons can oppress your sleep, emotions, and have control of your mind. And now I'm going to talk about the intense desire for defiled things, according to Pastor Vlad. And then it's more than a lust for things in the flesh and pride. It's drugs, alcohol, marijuana, nicotine, painkillers, gambling, even strange addictions, food addictions, all kinds of addictions to feed the flesh. That's what the intense desire for defiled things mean. Sometimes even sex addiction is another one. For you, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 15. He mentioned this in his video. For you did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons, by whom we cry, Abba, Father. Now, there's a song I'm going to share also a link to called Emma or Not Alone by Jason Upton, Upton. And it's a very good song that talks about how you're not alone and the spirit of adoption. It might give you some insight there. These are huge and unnatural desires for things to feed this addiction. You're not feeding yourself at this point. You're not getting it for your own self. You're actually intaking things of the flesh or partaking it in things of the flesh for the actual demon themselves. The demon is the one in you. The evil spirit is the one in you that would want these things. Most of the time, you will not be able to feel like you can forgive yourself for partaking in these activities. It's almost a compulsion to do it because you hate yourself afterwards for doing it. So it's the evil spirit in you that needs these things to feed on. It needs the forbidden, ungodly things. It likes to feed on wickedness, and it's a spirit of bondage. You are trapped and bound by this evil, and it can come in so many different forms. And thankfully, I gave up nicotine, and I've been smoke-free now since I'm gonna say December of 2018. So I got rid of that bondage after 18 years. Now I want to move on to item number 5. Is when you can't tame your tongue. There's a spirit of lying that is, and it would you would notice it by chronic lying. You can't control your lies. Your lies are all the time. You build lie upon lie. You make huge exaggerations of things, very black and white thinking, like this is all terrible or all good or completely bad. There's no really in between when you're, when you have this, when you can't tame your tongue. The other big one for me was constant cursing. When things got to their worst point for me, it was the constant cursing. And I was like, where is this coming from? Like, I'll go back to making the point of this isn't me. That's not the person I am. I'm not big into swearing all the time. And I mean compulsively. Like, this was just too much. And it ended up getting into, like, the F-bomb, saying it as if it's part of my regular talk. It was awful, and I hated myself for it. So you go back to item number 4, and the desire for defiled things, including defiled language. It's really awful. I became, at my very worst, I became very blasphemous. And then I would cry and pray out to God for forgiveness and beg for forgiveness, because I knew what I was saying wasn't me, but I needed to ask for forgiveness, because to blaspheme God just is not okay. It is not okay. And I beg anyone out there that's doing that to keep asking for forgiveness and get the courage to keep going to God and go getting that forgiveness, because he will forgive you if you just ask for it, sincerely ask for it. He will give it to you. There's hope. Just, reach out to me. I am more than willing to help you through things. If you feel that you might be encountering some of this in your life and you want to know more, I would love to talk to you. Please reach out. God bless.